Recording started.
Good morning, everybody. This is Pam Springer. I work on the ITSM training team. Today I'm going to be doing a fulfiller training class for you. And as we go through it step by step, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me directly or via the comments box, which is listed below on the page you see on the screen now. This is the comments box where my staff and I will be reviewing all of the comments, sending messages back to you, whether it was just a quick question, whether we need to call you and help you one-on-one, or whether you need to set up additional training. Out on our knowledge base, which I'll show you at the end, is quite a few of our documents. We have web access, we have videos and guides for you guys. When you are testing the system, you need to go into the QA test system. This is where you can go in, you can fulfill your documents, so your request, and not have to worry about any kind of fake tickets being in the live system. When you're ready to go live, you would use the NYS ITSM ServiceNow URL. This way you can go ahead and test it, and then when you're ready to go live, you can put in live tickets and not have to worry about things. Again, even when you're in production, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask the ITSM team, and we'll work with you. I'm going to go into the QA system. Up on the screen now is the QA Enterprise ITSM Management System. When you first come in, you'll see your home page. This is the same home page that you'll see every time unless you switch it. We have come up with a couple home pages and dashboards for you guys that when you come in, and I'm going to scroll down to the request, you can see all the requested items assigned to your group. That way you don't have to search around or go through filters and use these home pages. There's 3 home pages that we created for you guys. One is ITSM homepage, my group Dashboard 1, and my group Dashboard 2. On these pages, you can go ahead and you can add different information and change it to your own, but right now this is one that everybody could use. You can see the search, the news, and the self-service catalog, the self-service catalog. But there is a class on dashboarding, so if you want to take that class, just email me or look at the schedule and sign up for that. So, like I said, I talked a little bit about homepage and dashboards. There is a knowledge article on that, and we have additional training for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the service catalog, and up on the left corner is a filter where you can go ahead and you can get into different items that way. You can go into incidents, you can go into knowledge that way. I'm going to go to the items assigned to my group. This is where I'm going to kind of go talk a little bit about definitions and tell you one, what the difference is between a service request and an incident. We have a lot of people asking that question. Someone in the room just asked, why would I put a service request in over an incident? An incident is a break-fix situation. It's an unplanned outage. It's something that's broken, say an application is down, your email's down, your desktop's not working, you can't get into your printer. That is what an incident is. A service request is when you need to order something. You need to order a new desktop for someone, you have a new employee starting, so you add a desktop and a phone. And these are what the requests are. The reason why we have you putting them in and do 2 different places also is because of the workflow and the metrics and the reports. You want to be able to get reports out of your incidents, and you want to get reports out of your service request. So if you have additional questions on that, like I said, please don't hesitate to ask. Again, you have your home pages, and if you need additional home pages or dashboards, let us know. So when you go into the service request, you create a service request. Right now we have a generic service request and a password reset one. Right now that is all we have, and every agency is using those. When you put in a request, the request opens up an item because the request is the main type, so it's a service request. Then it goes into items, which are like the children. So like if you have a request where you request a laptop and a phone, those will be the separate items. So right now I am going through the item that I just created so that I can go through the training. And the one that I'm using is the 956. Notice on that the short description is right here. It tells what the request is about. Right now there's no assigned to, but it has the stages. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the stages. When you first come into a ticket, or request, sorry about that, it first starts out with a capture screen. That's where the person that's typing in the information is filling out the complete form and submitting it. Then it goes through the review step, reviews for accuracy, and makes sure that everything is in there correct. The analyze step is someone that's going in and they're reviewing it or doing some execution. And these are kind of, I'm going through all the different stages. On this one, it just says approve, capture. Then it goes through execution. This is where all the necessary information is filled in, and it can go to the next step where it can go through and be closed. I'm going to go into the ticket. Notice that I have the fields filled out, so somebody else filled out this ticket for me. They filled out all the information. I come down under, on the very bottom under the catalog task. The task has to be closed in order for the ticket to go into the next step. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to fix the ticket, I'm going to go through and add additional comments or work notes, things that I've worked with Kelly to help her resolve the problem. Say that she had to change her password or had to add. This is just examples. You want to put enough work notes in there that so that everybody knows what you're working on, because now Kelly can get into this ticket. My managers can. So you want to have as much information in there as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save, just so the work notes go ahead and get saved. Okay, somebody just had a question what the difference was between save and update. When I save a ticket, I save it and it stays at the same screen. If I update the ticket, it saves it, but then goes back to the screen where I was last. There's several different ways where you can find your ticket. You can go up into the top corner and you can put your request number there, your ITM number, and then you can find your ticket there. You can go into My Group's item numbers and find it there or in your email. So I'm going to go ahead, assign this ticket to me to show you that I can also go under a tickets assigned to me, now that the ticket's assigned to me, and look at the list. If I look, because this is kind of short, if it was a long list, you can sort the number by ascending, descending order and find your ticket right on top. You can also export this information, and again, we have separate training classes for filtering in and exporting and doing reports. So I'm going to go into my ticket. I've worked on it. I've resolved it. So right now, I am going to close the task. Which you can do it two ways. You can either right-click on it and close the task here, or you go into the task, the top screen, which I'll show you guys. You can go ahead and close task here. Once you go back to that, the ticket goes into the stage as closure, and then the state is pending closure. Someone had asked me, well, what's the difference between pending closure and closure? What happens now is the ticket is in pending closure, and now the person that opened up the ticket can, or the request, can have an opportunity to say, yes, this has been resolved or not. They'll get an email, and it will say, your request has been resolved. Do you accept or do you not? If they accept it, the ticket goes into close mode. If they reject it, it might be that they still need more information or they still need more rights. The ticket will go back to the person who opened it up to continue working on the ticket. There is a quick reference guide, and it's ITS Service Management. This will tell you a little bit about how to switch to page, about entering a service request, submitting a service request, tracking and reviewing them, and the different stages. So this is definitely a great article for you guys. Another place you can look, and again, I'm going to use this little filter box on the top, is go to Knowledge. And when you open Knowledge, there's going to be all the different types of knowledge base. There may be some for your agency, and if there is, they might be clustered in a certain box. I'm going to go to training, and in the training knowledge base is where our schedule is going to be, and any of the other type of processes, configuration and change, there's videos, there's service requests, there's incident. So you guys have the chance to go into any of these topics and be able to go through and learn all of the different processes. There's a fulfiller guide and a requester guide. So this is pretty much all I have for the fulfiller training. If you have additional questions, again, please don't hesitate to email me or call me, and then we could work through it a little more. Have a great day, everybody.